Hey, let me tell you a secret. The most dangerous moment in any entrepreneur's life is the moment right after they learn something and right before they do anything. And this is the valley where dreams go to die. They get trapped in what I call a knowledge coffin, okay? You have lots of ideas, strategies, frameworks, but there's no motion. And it's not because you're lazy, right? It's because a lot of people think that they have to get it perfect. So let me be crystal clear. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need a pulse. In a lot of ways, you need the mess. You know, we want velocity over vanity. If I had to start over from scratch and make $1 million quickly, move number 3 for me would be this. Take massive, imperfect action every single day. I'd launch ugly. I'd sell before I'm ready. I'd figure it out while I'm moving, not before I move. Because success isn't about perfect timing. It's about stacking these tiny, ugly, lumpy wins faster than most people stack excuses, right? And this isn't motivational fluff. That's not my goal. It's math. Because let's say you try 20 things and 18 of them are worthless and they flop. That sounds terrible, right? But what if 2 of them hit? What if 1 of them 5x your entire business, right? That's only a 10% success rate or a 5% success rate or whatever it is, but you're still wildly ahead of the guy that has a 0% execution rate because he's still building his funnel in Figma or something, right? This is how the game is won. Messy speed beats elegant hesitation 100% of the time, every time. The millionaires you look up to, they're not magicians. They're not perfect. A lot of them are disappointingly average, but I will tell you a secret. They are relentless and they typically test way faster. They recover quicker. They don't overthink the first move because they already believe in the power of the 50th iteration and all the things they do. You see, business, it isn't chess. It's more like dodgeball. And if you're standing still, you're getting hit by the dodgeball, right? Even when I launched my first coaching offer years ago, I had 0 funnels. I didn't have fancy branding. I had a Stripe link, a list of bullet points, a calendar link. Like it was trash, right? But I made $33,000 the first hour I launched my first coaching offer. Why? Because clarity comes from collisions. I had to put it out there. I imperfectly just stumbled through it, right? You're not gonna think your way to success. This is big, lean in for this part. You're not gonna think your way to success. You act your way there. And most of the time, your first version of anything isn't even supposed to work, right? It's supposed to get you in motion. It gets things moving, right? Which is why the question isn't, is this ready? The real question is, am I willing to be seen getting started? Let's pause here for a second. Are you willing to be bad at something long enough so eventually you can be great at it? A lot of people hesitate. Really, it's a pride thing, right? That's where the money is in just getting started. The most valuable entrepreneurs in the world, they're the ones who are willing to look foolish publicly. You see, the most valuable entrepreneurs in the world, they're the ones willing to look foolish publicly. They post a video that makes their hands shake, right? They're freaked out, but they post it anyway. They send the email, even though there's typos. They pitch their offer before they're 100% exactly have it all figured out. And that's why they win. So listen, perfection is a seductive form of procrastination. And the enemy of profit is polish, right? If you're stuck, here's your permission slip, okay? Ship the ugly thing, pitch the half-baked thing, sell the minimum viable version of your offer, then fix it in real time like the rest of us, because the fastest path to mastery is through motion. And the only entrepreneurs who get paid, the ones that make the real money, they're the ones who are moving. So now, if you haven't already, this is part of a 4-part short series. And if you haven't watched part 1 or part 2, go back and you can watch those. In part 1, I showed you why obsessing over personal profit is the best first move. In part 2, we unpacked why adding constraints into your life, not freedom, is actually the ultimate growth hack. And today we talked about massive imperfect action. Tomorrow in part 4, I'm gonna expose the real reason people self-sabotage. And even when they have the plan, they have the team, they have the money, they have the opportunity, we're gonna go deep tomorrow on the psychology of profit, right? The psychology of success, because if you've ever made money and still felt broke, or if you're feeling stuck right now, or if you're feeling unworthy right now, you do not want to miss the one tomorrow, okay? So I'll see you in that video. In the meantime, there should be a link in the description of this video. If you're curious about participating in my new book that I'm writing called The Frap Formula, click the link and let's have a conversation, because I'm looking for a handful of new success stories to work with personally for a couple of the things I'm doing in the book. And look, we need to take this idea of personal profit and take it out of the realm of theory and put it into your bank account, right? And if you are curious on how I could personally help you do that, this is not a normal thing I do. It's for the book. There should be a link in the description. Click it, and maybe I'll talk to you.